how are you today? I am knocking some stuff off my list. I have got to get some transplants in the ground. They are not looking too happy because if I get bit by a horsefly, I react to them terribly. So anyway, I'm ripping out some lettuce here along my trellis, and I'm going to replace it. I'm in a hurry to get this done because we've got some rain coming in the forecast, and that creates less work for me. So I like that. One trick I'm going to show you that I do, that I was taught, and it works fantastic, is I fill up some water, a bucket with some water and fish emulsion. I think my little bucket has a leak in it. Anyway, and I just dip the plant in there and helps them bounce back a little bit better. Kind of puts them off to a happy start. And I'll get my watering can out and I'll water them in really well. So one thing I do that I have found that works super well as far as like pest control is planting some sort of onion or leek. These I believe are scallions next to things that seem to be a little more likely to draw in pests, like likely to be damaged by pests is what I'm trying to say. Things like lettuce, I do that amongst my brassicas. So see next to even this chard, I've got some leeks and some onions planted. Look at this kale. So this kale is right here next to a leek, and I mean, it's virtually untouched. This one is not, and it's getting eaten up. This is not a fluke. So I figured this out last year, and it's true. Like, it works. All of these, right, ignore my weeds. All of these broccolis right up against these look good. So some of them I was a little more intentional with their planting, and some of them I was not, but it's okay. You always account for pest damage. To try to lower some of that, I will do, especially if it produces food too. So we get to eat the onions and the leeks and the scallions, and my plants seem to be happier and better protected. One thing I also did that I'm trying this year is planting things like oregano and hyssop next to my tomatoes. They're going to be in the black landscape fabric, so the oregano is not going to take over. So that should help. Also, I did this plant and I stuck it right here. It's in a pot because mint will take over, and everything that's around it has no bug damage. So I'm going to do more of that. In fact, I placed an oregano right here because I noticed this one's really getting eaten up. To come out here and start pulling my scapes off of my garlic, because those look like they are now in the stage where they're sending all of their energy down to the bulb, not the foliage. So I need to get in here within the next day or two and weed, because I'm behind, and harvest those scapes. So in the meantime, I'm going to keep planting these lettuces and scallions because I've got peppers over there as well that need to go in the ground before they are done with being in the tray. show you how I'm planting my peppers. They are a bell pepper, which I'm gonna plant a lot of them. I've already got those done, and I'm gonna go along about to there with them, and then I have to replace some out there, but I did not grow nearly enough. Anyway, so I'm going to show you how I'm doing these peppers. I'm spacing them out about 18 inches. Hopefully I don't get a worm, because every time I go to do this, there's so many worms in the soil, which is a good thing, but then I feel horrible because anyway, so I have a bag of Epsom salt. Just sprinkle that in, and I take my plant, dip it in the fish emulsion water, and plant it. Now I'm trying this as well because I saw it on the internet. And that's planting too close together. They say it increases pollination, which increases your yield. And if you're short on space, which I'm not really short on space, but people out there might be, this is a great way to maximize that space. So I did one here and one right here. So just see how it goes. They're the same variety. So, well, these two are the same variety and these two are the same variety. I did some of these with my hot peppers as well, so it's just an experiment. So I had my suspicions. There's a bird that's been hanging out in the greenhouse, and look! Do you see him? Oh, new life all around. Wonder where her nest is. Oh my goodness. Well, I'm just gonna let them do their thing. Their little birdie thing. But I thought I kept hearing some little cheeps. So cool. It is starting to rain, which is perfect timing because I got all of the peppers planted and replaced in the landscape fabric. Also went ahead and placed out more basil, so I was able to get rid of a tray in the greenhouse, which is always a win. And now the rain is coming, which is awesome because it will water in everything I just did. The little baby birds in my greenhouse don't seem to be too excited about me being there. So between them and the rain, I'm just gonna call it a day for now and move on to the next task. I hope you found something you can use in your own gardens and leave here feeling inspired. So may the Lord bless and keep you until we meet again.